We're back.
That was a wonderful musical hour, Rattle Roll with Grant Edmond from South Africa, and some amazing songs. And thank you, Grant, for the lovely wishes. Thank you.
Pleasure, man. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you're having a great day over there and enjoying. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Grant, that was awesome. I just feel so energized. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you
folks.
so much indeed. Anyway, how you guys doing? Are you all good out your side of the world?
We're doing great. What's going on new with you?
Hi, Mark.
Hi, nice to see you, Mark. How you doing?
You were rocking. I was enjoying those sounds.
Thank you very much indeed, man.
Rocking.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We're all good. Everybody's doing good. Well, tell us some good news in South Africa. Some good things happening.
I think just the normal day today. It's a Sunday here, so it's one of those days you cook a nice roast and have a relax. We'd normally be out next to the pool in the sunshine having a braai, which you guys fondly refer to as a barbecue.
Oh, yes.
But it's winter set in here now, so it's pretty chilly. So it's our winter time for the next. We've got a very short winter. It's only about 3 months, which is quite good. So it doesn't set in for too long. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. So, what is your favorite thing to put on the grill, the barbecue?
We are very big in over here. We have a thing called boerewors, which is like a spiced sausage, probably like a pepperoni or a thing which is made over here with very delicate, really nice spices. So that's one of our best things. Obviously, like you guys, we put the ribs on and big steaks, and we're very, very big into that. Outdoor cooking is huge over here.
Oh yeah, in my neck of the woods, we grill out every nice day. If it's sunny outside, we're cooking outside. So there's no, so I enjoy it. Mark, you like barbecue?
I do like barbecue, good old fashioned Carolina barbecue. I do not do that much grilling outside. Unfortunately, my brother is the master griller, so he will get out there and do some grilling. I am not the best cook in the world, like I've told you before. He did a lot more of the learning how to cook and things of that nature. But I love me some good old fashioned barbecue, some good old fashioned picnic foods and things of that nature. I was wondering, what do you cook, Kim? And I was also wondering, where do you fall on the divide between Carolina barbecue and Texas barbecue? I actually think Carolina barbecue is much better.
Well, because I'm a Texas girl, so I kind of mix them both up. Like you'll find me mixing the vinegar sauce and the sweet tomato sauce in a bowl together, and I mix them up. I cook a Texas, North Carolina barbecue.
I think a good idea, guys. Really, I think we should have like a swap recipes type of show as well.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I think we need to work on that because we're all from different parts of the world. I think we're very fortunate over here in South Africa. We have a very big Indian community, so we're very into Indian food over here. So we know I do a lot of curries and stuff because we brought up on that. So it'll be good to hear everybody's sort of favorite recipe, whether it's on a barbecue or a roast or whatever. I think we should start doing that. Huh?
Yeah, Grant, I got some good news for you.
Show, music, cooking. I like it. Music.
Not this Monday, and I'll tell you all about that later. But on the Monday show, I've already arranged it for the 22nd. I've got a good friend of mine who is a healthy chef. And she's a vegan chef and a soul food chef, Hadasaya Patterson. So she and a yoga friend of hers are going to do a whole episode on healthy living. So we're going to have a cooking demonstration on the Mark Lee Show on the 22nd.
Yeah,
and showing us how to do it. So we're gonna break her into the whole cooking realm, and who knows, maybe we'll talk her into getting that cooking show going. But I don't know if y'all have done that before, but we're going to have a cooking demonstration on the 22nd.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, just another diverse thing. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ankit, you celebrating today. So what are you having for your meal today on celebrating your birthday? What are you guys
So
doing?
I had a lot of different dishes today, starting with a mango cake, and then some Indian dishes. So we use a lot of wheat in our food. So we had a wheat bowl, a roll, and then
Uh-huh. Yeah.
we just roast it, and that has a lot of peas and potatoes.
I've been knowing him.
So that is what it's called bati in India. And then we have something with there are a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know how to explain you, but a lot of stuff which we use it with lentil seeds and lentils and wheats and things like that.
Yeah.
So we make a lot of stuff out of it. Yeah. So I had that.
Yeah,
Then I had a pasta, and then for dinner, I don't know what's the surprise for dinner.
Okay. Well, that's a nice thing with the Indian dishes. There, you have a whole lot of dishes. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You don't just, like we all have. Okay, we can have you're going to have a whole lot of things.
Yeah. And if you attend one of the Indian weddings, the dishes are starting from a basic is like 5,000 dishes.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. So, I mean, at least you got a nice choice. Yeah.
And everything, but I got a big question for you. And actually, I got another statement about tomorrow's show, just to let you know. But I've got a Pakistani comedian that will be joining me on tomorrow on the Mark Lee radio show. So she already told me that 2 p.m. I think is like some ungodly hour for her, but she's agreed to be on the show at 2 p.m. So I've got a Pakistani comedian along with a filmmaker, and then I've got one other guest as well. Oh, a Native American blues singer. So we've got some very good cultural folks that will be joining us on Monday. Wow. That's the schedule right now. But what I was going to ask you is, my friend at the Carolina Theater, which is our theater here, he used to have some Indian weddings, and they would do the really fancy weddings and everything. So they would come up there with couldn't get an elephant, but they'd get a horse or something like that. But I was wondering, when you had your wedding, was it a big wedding, and was it did you have the full elephant and the full whole 9 yards? Because I know that's a big celebration sometimes.
So we have different kinds of wedding, and there are a lot of small and big rituals what we do, and a lot of different functions what we can say, and it generally covers like a week basically, to start with rituals and different guests coming up and different religious and lot of things going around basically. So I personally don't want a big fat wedding because I know that there's a lot of expenses and there's a lot of wastage of money. So it's better to have a small good wedding with your family and near ones, and then you can throw a reception party, and then that's about it. Because you can enjoy as a visitor in a big fat wedding, but when it's your wedding and when it's your family wedding, it's too much of work. And you get exhausted and you don't know how to manage it out. And you know what happened is that in India, people come to your wedding, people go to a lot of weddings, they eat a lot of food, and then they said the food was bad. I didn't like it. and you won't believe, there is no food left for the people who hosted the wedding. There is no food left because we generally have food after all the rituals. So we start the wedding, the basic wedding starts at around 7 p.m. And then we have a lot of rituals and a lot of things going around. And then we start dinner for visitors at around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then host will get to have dinner at around 1:30 to a.m. in the morning. And at that time, most of the food is done.
Okay.
So that is what I mean. So people crib about a lot of food, although they have good food, they enjoy and they laugh it out when you see the video cameras and things like that. But when you ask them, they said, no, it's not that good. That wedding was good. That wedding was good. And that's what's happening in India.
Wow. You know what? This is a year we'll all mark on our calendars, a year we'll always remember. It'll be, good and bad, right? I'm trying to take a look at all the good and the positive things that have come out of this, all the friendships and relationships, the clean air, the clean earth, the water's cleaner. And Kit, this all happened this year. And, Grant and Mark, and these are the things we need to celebrate.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
you know, we are all suffering right now. You know, been just listening to other people. There's just so many other sufferings going on because people are taking advantage, as they always do, of your downtime, your down situation. There are always people that are going to take advantage of that. And what I got to say is there's more of us good people than there are anything else. And we're going to unite together. We're going to make something great of this. And that's my birthday wish for Ankit, is that all of these blessings just come into a flower and bloom something wonderful out of the rose bush of thorns that we're walking through right now. Right. So,
Yeah.
but
Thank you. You're an amazing individual, and that's one of my birthday wishes as well, that you just continue to develop and grow and things of that nature, because you're just an amazing individual. I consider you a new friend. Like I said, I've only met you briefly, but you're an amazing person. I definitely consider you one of my great friends and everything. And even though there's that age gap between us, I still consider you a wonderful friend. So definitely just want to let you know that, and also that very precious daughter of yours, our ambassador. I love the fact of everything that she does and everything. So haven't met the rest of your family, but at some point I hope to be able to do that as well. And to Kim's point, I just am looking forward to a lot more of the unity kind of things that can go on. And you're so right that in these times we see the good action of people. Because I just had a friend of mine that had me on his show, and he had another gentleman that sheltered 70 to 100 people in his house in D.C. because they were being protested and they were being attacked, and he just brought them in. So that was just great hearing about that story.
Yeah, yeah. I think the great thing about this year, the great thing about this year.
So I'm having technical difficulties bridging us in. So give me a minute. I'm working with two computers and it's trying to bridge in. Ankit still doesn't know what's happening. So, but we'll be bridged in, and when we are, we'll be able to do all of this. This will be great and fun. So,
in the meantime, just
see the only lady on the chat.
Hashtag Tinder bio, and we'll talk about everything.
Yeah, your hashtag Tinder bio. Is that what she does? She's so funny. I'm learning so much from everybody, and how we do. You know, everyone does it different to keep the dead air from being dead. So,
I think the absolute great thing about this has been
6-second video to play. So
I'm just bear with me. We're all going to wish him happy birthday. Just bear with me.
I think the only thing he's going to hear is the end where it says "Happy Birthday to you."
That's all right. We might not be able to.
Technical difficulties.
We are having technical difficulties. My internet is not loving the bandwidth I'm using today. I'm irritated with myself because I helped build the internet. You would think I would have better out here where I live.
Your cable needs upgrading.
Yeah, it does. It really, really does.
So the guitar man's ready to go?
No. I'm tuning. I'm just tuning up. Al is gonna play. My guest from Florida.
Give us a beat, man. Give us a beat.
He's playing. What kind of beat? I'm just tuning up just in case he asks me. He's actually gonna play.
Technical difficulties on IBM TV.
But yeah, I would. What I was going to mention about something you mentioned before about people walking around, I would suggest that
y'all getting more
people are wearing their masks. Now that I think about it, when I think everybody should be wearing. How about where you live at?
In the community, only the people that are families, they don't wear masks. If they go out elsewhere, they seem to.
Right. Are we all here?
Yeah, I'm there.
Good. Anyway, well, while Kimberly's multitasking there, as only a lady could.
Just maintaining conversation.
All I can say is, with all the bad this year, I think the thing that's made the biggest impact is having all of us together, and maybe we would never have met each other. And so out of bad always comes good, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But we will certainly meet, Grant. We are working on an IBM world tour, and we will certainly meet soon.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Anyway.
No doubt about that. Thank you. I don't know if you heard the question that I asked earlier, but I was saying, are y'all having more public gatherings in India? Because I know that here they've been definitely loosening up things, and we're seeing more public gatherings going on. So, are y'all having more of those?
Yeah.
No, we don't have much gatherings, but a lot of states they have very few cases, so they have come back to certain amount of normalcy. But it's spiking up in most of the metro cities in India, especially in Delhi, where I'm from. And
with now, everybody is basically, just like, hey, I'm just going to try to shop as less as possible. And when I do shop, like you just mentioned, pick up a lot of stuff. Like me, I shop every day because I'm single, so I don't buy a lot of food. I'd like to have my food fresh. So when I go to the store,
can you hear me?
Like chopped meat or something, I always want to fresh. I really want it in the freezer.
We got a birthday for you.
Because it's hard to cook for one person. So when I cook a meal, I have to last days. Yep, we're back. I always want it fresh. I really want it in the freezer.
We got this is the craziness we put on for you today.
I can't believe it. I mean, I am the one who scheduled everything, and I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead, guys. Wishing happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ankit. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Dr. Sagu is here.
Now?
So go ahead, guys. Dr. Arthur.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Birthday. Namaste.
We got a video for you. Dr. Arthur.
Thank you, Dr. Arthur.
How old is he?
Thank you, Dr. Sagu. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Anne.
Is he ready?
Yes.
I'll share the video.
We got a video for you.
Okay, kid.
The video is not clear from my side. Can you reload it?
Happy And Alexander May, you have no competition. No competition.
None whatsoever. But you know what, Ankit? We appreciate you so much. Nick and I so thankful for working with us and our family. And look forward to coming to visit you.
Yeah, we're very 1.3 billion Facebook followers.
We couldn't do it without you. We love you. Thank you very much.
Definitely appreciate getting to know you and to learn more about all the fascinating things that you are doing. I know you had a chance to spend some time in this area here in the United States and various parts of it. I need to get over there and do more world travel. India is definitely on my list of the places to go visit. Hopefully you can help and show me around and everything of that nature. Right now, I'm letting you know where I'm at right now. Just home here at the apartment right there near Duke University. But hopefully tomorrow I might get out and about and show you a little bit of Durham. It's definitely warm here. It's 90 degrees doing that as a daytime. But at least that's what it was earlier today. I think it was close to 90, like around 85, 87. But tomorrow we're definitely expected to cross 90. As you can tell, it's the cap of that haircut. So I'm here to go get that in the morning. So that will be a great thing. But in the meantime, I just want to say happy birthday to you. I know that this is your birthday night and everything, so I just want to say happy birthday to you. Wish you many, many, many more. So I know that really, there is a lot of great things that are going to be happening in your life that are already starting to materialize. Some that are happening right now. I know you've got that very lovely our ambassador, and she is a great ambassador, by the way, giving us those helpful tips and everything. So definitely, I know that you have a great family and that you have a great support system there where you are at. But I just wanted to add that you have a new friend here in Durham, North Carolina. So that being said, I want to say happy birthday, Angie. Definitely. So have many more. And I just want to say once again, happy birthday, Angie.
Hello, Uncle. How are you? I'm so happy to say that it's been more than a decade now since we are associated with Moskowitz and Moskowitz family. I know that we are a family now. And Mrs. Chu, very, very happy birthday, Uncle. And may all your dreams come true. And wishing you a very healthy, happy, and prosperous life from both of us. And happy birthday, Uncle.
Happy birthday, Angie. Hopefully you have a great day. Enjoy the greatest times and be amazing. IBM TV, there you go. This is my opportunity to wish Andre a happy 27th birthday. My life is your life. And thank you. I'm so grateful you invited me to the IBM TV network. What's up? This goes out to my main man, Andre. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May happy Christmas to you. Happy birthday to you. Love you, bro. Many happy birthdays. And you know I'm gonna make it fun for you. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Happy birthday, I guess.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, you got.
Beautiful.
Hold on, more to come. Hold
That
on.
was so cool.
Check it out.
That was so cool.
So we got a whole room full of people.
There you go.
We got a whole
I
room
see the
full of
family's
people.
here.
Hi, everybody. Trying to get Ankit on here as well. We'll get Ankit into the Zoom room. Hey. So everybody. So everyone say happy birthday. On here as
Happy
well.
birthday.
Get Ankit into the Zoom room.
Thank you.
Hey. So
Thank you, everyone.
everyone say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So Ankit, I should have invited you to the Zoom. We're having more fun over here than you are.
And that's why I came. I think you opted for Zoom because I know how to
Ankit, I should have invited you to the Zoom. We're having more fun over here than you are.
There's a cake going on over there.
Yeah, there's a birthday cake for Ankit.
It's a birthday cupcake with a candle.
And Siri's trying to join us.
I understand.
So Ankit, can you go in the other room? And Siri's trying to join us. Ankit, did Ankit go in the other room? Ankit, can you go in there? Yay, there he is, guys.
And Siri's trying to join us.
Ankit. All right, there he is, guys. Happy birthday, Ankit.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Dr. Sadhu. Thank you, Dr. Arthur. Thank you, everyone.
All right, there he is, guys. Happy birthday. Yes, this is amazing.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Dr. Sadhu. Thank you, Dr. Arthur. Thank you, everyone.
All right, there he is, guys.
Wow.
Yes, this is amazing.
What's happening? Thank you, Dr. Arthur. Thank you, everyone.
This is amazing.
I'm gonna eat it. Yum yum yum. Yum yum yum. All right. Enjoy, Ankit. Hi, guys. And so that's our birthday party at IBM TV. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Enjoy, Ankit.
Hi, guys. And so that's our birthday party at IBM TV. I hope everyone enjoyed it. All right. Was that fun? Thank you guys for helping me pull this off. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Hey, surprise.
He's back.
Never,
Thank you.
it was a surprise. I don't know. I mean, I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what to say.
The studio to get my guest on. Is that what I'm doing, or I'm staying on here?
Where is your studio guest at?
Oh, this is
Florida. I
Zach.
sent him the link.
Well, he's not here.
No, it wasn't for Zoom. I don't
Zach.
know. It wasn't. It was for the stream thing that we do.
Yeah, you need to get
Zach,
that.
come on to the other room.
Yard.
Yeah, needs to come to the other room, Zach.
Bye. Love y'all. All right. That was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
I pulled it off.
And I now I can understand why you opted for Zoom, because I have all the controls on StreamYard.
And I did it. And you could hear it. I did it. Yay.
Thank you.
Can I get a degree in technology now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for all of these great people in our lives and the talent. And that's why this is going to grow. And we're all going to be just doing something amazing. There's our rock and roll man.
Hi, Zach. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Thank you.
I'm okay. Just chilling, just having some fun.
So I just want everyone to know, this is what I'm just so thrilled about, is we got the king of rock and roll over there, Grant, and we got the king of funk. And we are rocking at IBM TV, and we're making life happy, enjoyable. I don't even have to drink anymore. I drink up the power of positive energy. And that's right, my lemon juice. What's in your drink today, Ankit?
This is mango juice.
Mango juice. Mango juice. It's green.
It's green because it's not that yellow mango. It's the other one, the green one.
Okay.
And it's good for health. It has a lot of mint, ginger, black pepper.
Ah. Well, cheers, and kids, on your birthday, mate.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ivy.
You got your video from Dr. Yu. I never got to see it, but he sent it to Ankit instead of me.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, God. Okay.
He wanted to send it to me. I couldn't let the secret out, though, and he never got it to me. He just wanted to send it to you, so you'll have to send it to me so I can add it. But
oh, God. Okay.
So and Wynn worked on that video all night last night. So
thank you, Wynn, and thank you, everyone. And you know, Kim, IBM TV is like a family. I can't miss any day. I have to log in at 7:15 p.m. IST. No matter what I'm doing, I have to do it, and that is I don't know. That is life for us now. I mean,
I know when I have to miss it for my treatments, it makes me sick inside. Like I can't wait to get to my family. Right? I can't wait to see everybody, because we see everyone a little bit each day. And it's to me the greatest moment and highlight of my day is to get to see my family too. But you're my family too, and we're in this for the good, right? The good of people, the goodwill, and we're gonna grow and become good. But it's time for some funk music. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my guy on from Florida. I sent him the link. The Ankit says so. He's just gonna sign on through YouTube, correct? That link.
No, he will sign on to StreamYard if you want him to join the show.
Yeah,
if someone wants to watch it, that is a YouTube link.
Okay, so how do I get this to him?
I've already shared it on Messenger.
Right, that's the one I sent to him. That's the one I sent to him. Yeah, I sent that. Yeah.
That's it.
It gets a little confusing, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. And then you can share the view links to all your friends and families. And, you know, and I hope that the rest of the world is enjoying today as well, that is watching us. It gets exciting to me every time I get a message from someone in a different part of the world. I'm waiting for that UFO one. I'm waiting for UFO to make contact.
Believe me, we've been here for a long time.
That will only possible with good music, and Grant and Zach and Alexandra, they can do it. I
And
mean,
Mark,
they can
yeah, we'll send out the music. We'll send out the music.
We've been here a long time. We're just trying to help keep this planet going.
Well, I mean, you know, if you see all the movies, it's only because they hear our music that they communicate back.
Yeah,
There
this
you
one,
go.
yeah.
That's it.
Right. That's okay. Yes. Okay. I just sent it to him.
But all the movies, you know, they show how music connects us right to them. And when I was in at the propulsion labs, the NASA propulsion labs and the Virgin propulsion labs in LA, and you go through, they've always got a discs of music that they send into outer space when they send stuff out to outer space, this big gold disc of music. And I often wondered if a UFO person got it, would they know how to play it?
Right. they would probably scan it. They would scan it and just mentally download it.
but Tim, in our movies in India, whenever there's a UFO or something comes up, it's like zoom, zoom, zing, zing, zoom, zoom, something like this.
Yeah.
The music comes up, and that's how we welcome a UFO in India.
Yeah, there we go.
I know.
There's always dom, 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 dom.
Something like dom, 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 something. Something.
And then there's, of course, my favorite is Jaws. Dum 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 dum.
That one is actually the one that you hear from Close Encounters. It's actually the sign symbol, la da 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 da, and it's actually a chant. It's actually a chant from your country, Ankit. So that's why they did it that way.
So that is called Sa-re-ga-ma-pa.
Right. That's a chant. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also too, what I was just going to say, I know about the Bharata, Ankit. So I was just telling you, I read all about this. So I know about the sightings that your countrymen have seen over the years. I study that stuff around the world.
What about South Africa? Do you have sightings in South Africa?
Yeah, listen, I mean, they are, and hence one of the biggest satellite telescope stations in the world,
right?
Which is in Sutherland, in a desert part of the Cape region. It's probably the biggest satellite tracking station in the world, which is actually manned by Americans, Indians. It's a whole United Nations thing. So they do a lot of stuff there, but it's always kept in the dark, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I've only been to one of those really big satellite observatories, which was in Puerto Rico. Yours is way bigger. It is kind of a dream of mine to go to all of them. I would love to see your satellite observatory.
Oh, it's absolutely huge. And in the most beautiful part of the country. It's a very, probably a lot like Arizona, I would say. It's called the Karoo region, but the skies, and if you go into that area at night and you just, you know, because there's no city or towns in the vicinity, and so there's no light pollution. And when you look up into that sky, it's absolutely beautiful. But we get a lot of that over here. You know, obviously South Africa, there's a big bush environment. So when you go out into the bush, you see that type of stuff. And but Sutherland's absolutely beautiful. I think there's 3 big stations in the world. One's in South Africa, one in Australia, and there's another one in the Arizona desert as well, which is all manned by the same countries. It's like a United Nations, like the weather stations in Antarctica. So, yeah.
No, I think that's cool. That is very cool.
He's having technical difficulties getting on. I just called him, so he's trying to reboot and to get on the live stream. But he's said something happened with the I don't know. I'm not a technical person, but I think his bandwidth maybe or whatever it is that's going on. But his name is Al Rashad. He's a great friend of mine, jazz bassist, and I have some of his music as well. That I was going to play while we're getting him on. So I'll just put that on in the background. But the UFO phenomenon is something that, I've been born into, I guess, because I've seen so much stuff. So up there he is right there. That's what's up. How you doing, Al?
Can you on your cam? Can you enable your camera? Can you hear us? You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, he's got to unmute himself.
You know what I like about our show? I think we technically train a lot of people.
Yeah.
Listen, especially us old, untechnical people, it's just trial by error, hey?
Right.
But Kim, I still believe that musicians, they are technically sound like anyone else. I mean, maybe if you talk about technology, it started in 80s or 90s, but music, and they are working on those instruments from so many years. I mean, so I think musicians are the first official technology persons in the world. That's what I believe.
Not really, eh? And Kit, let me tell you, we were talking about this, and I think Zach will agree with me. I was chatting about this to one of my colleagues on Friday, and we were just saying, with the new technology in recording and stuff today, as much as there's you got so much freedom, and you've got you can record 6,000 tracks if you want to, and whatever. But in the old days, Zach will bear me out, that in the old days you had a 16-track or a 24-track machine. There was no auto-tune. There was no cutting and pasting. So the session musicians had to know their stuff, and you had to be on cue. You had to be in tune. There was no forgiveness. Now there's so much forgiveness in recording music technology today that, but I still swing back to the old thing. I don't know about you, Zach, but when I work in my studio here, I don't use auto-tune. If the singer's in there and he's off key, he's going to sing it till he gets it right. And there's no such thing as fixing in the mix. So I think I think we were just so much more slick in the old days. Now you don't have to be slick anymore because you got all this technology.
Hey, Grant and Zach, I was wondering, how many of you remember the old reel-to-reel? Because my folks had that radio station I told you, and I remember the old reel-to-reel where you actually literally had to splice the tape. I'm talking about the reel-to-reel.
There's mine in the corner there, Mark, if you can see it there in the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That old reel-to-reel.
There you go, mate. Yeah. And picks. There you go.
That's how far. That's how it is. I still keep my tapes on reel. I still do.
And that machine still works. It's a Revox, and it works 100%. Never given a day trouble. And I still, to this day, when I finish with an album, I master it onto there to get the beautiful analog sound, and then I'll put it back onto digital because it was still the best medium.
To get back to what you said, we have a saying, the tape don't lie. Even with digital stuff now, but back in the day, we used to say the tape don't lie. So,
absolutely.
I remember singing stuff sometimes 20 times till I got hoarse, and still it wasn't right. I had to come back and do it the next couple of days. So a lot of times, that pure feeling that you get and that warmth, even though they can master it and duplicate it digitally, when Earth, Wind, and Fire or, Tower of Power or those people were putting down their sessions, man, those cats were really, truly pouring out that genius.